5 seconds to go. Start. In an appropriate case, when the court feels that the investigation by the police authorities is not in a proper direction and in order to do complete justice in the case, and if high police officials are involved in the alleged crime, the court may be justified in such circumstances to hand over the investigation to an independent agency like the CBI. By now, it is well settled that even after the filing of the charge sheet, the court is empowered in an appropriate case to hand over the investigation to an independent agency like the CBI. The extraordinary power of the constitutional courts under Articles 32 and 226 respectively of the Constitution of India, qua the issuance of directions to the CBI to conduct investigation, must be exercised with great caution, as underlined by this court in the case of Committee for Protection of Domestic Rights West Bengal Supra, as adverted to herein above, observing that although no inflexible guidelines can be laid down in this regard, yet it was highlighted that such an order cannot be passed as a matter of routine or merely because the parties have levelled some allegations against the local police, and can be invoked in exceptional situations where it becomes necessary to provide credibility and instill confidence in the investigation, or where the incident may have national or international ramifications, or where such an order may be necessary for doing complete justice and for enforcing the fundamental rights. We are conscious of the fact that though a satisfaction of want of proper, fair, impartial, and effective investigation, eroding its credence and reliability, is the precondition for a direction for further investigation or re-investigation, submission of the charge sheet ipso facto, or the pendency of the trial can be by no means be a prohibitive impediment. The contextual facts and the attendant circumstances have to be singularly evaluated and analyzed to decide the needfulness of further investigation or re-investigation to unravel the truth and mete out justice to the parties. The prime concern and the endeavour of the court of law should be to secure justice on the basis of true facts, which ought to be unearthed through a committed, resolved, and competent investigating agency. The above principle has been reiterated in KV Rajendran versus Superintendent of Police CBCID South Zone Chennai 2013-12 SCC 480. Dr. B.S. Chauhan, Judge, speaking for a three-judge bench of this court, held, this court has time and again dealt with the issue under what circumstances the investigation can be transferred from the state investigating agency to any other independent investigating agency like CBI. It has been held that the power of transferring such investigation must be in rare and exceptional cases where the court finds it necessary in order to do justice between the parties and to instill confidence in the public mind, or where investigation by the state police lacks credibility and it is necessary for having a fair, honest, and complete investigation, and particularly when it is imperative to retain public confidence in the impartial working of the state agencies. Elaborating on this principle, this court further observed the court could exercise its constitutional powers for transferring an investigation from the state investigating agency to any other independent investigating agency like CBI only in rare and exceptional cases, such as where high officials of state authorities are involved or the accusation itself is against the top officials of the investigating agency, thereby allowing them to influence the investigation, and further that it is so necessary to do justice and to instill confidence in the investigation, or where the investigation is prima facie found to be tainted, biased. Stop.